Do you guys know what I mean when I say mirror arcs? Hi, I'm C. I'm a developmental editor of fiction who makes resources for writers, which you can find over here. And Birds for Brains is asking about character arcs in which two characters begin the story in the same place but end up in opposite places, as in the example where two characters lose their mom, but by the end of the story one is fighting for or seeking justice while the other is fighting for or seeking vengeance. These mirror arcs can be presented in one of two ways, either as two halves of a single coin where neither's right and neither's wrong, or where one is a dark mirror of the other. So one is portrayed as the hero or the protagonist and the other is portrayed as the villain. This is a really cool and interesting thing to do in your work because it forces the reader to ask the question, okay, well, who would I be? Which one of these mirrors best reflects me? Of course, these mirrors are also reflections of one another. And the best way to create and refine that reflection is to ensure that those two characters are faced with many of the same choices, especially in the beginning of the story. Yet, when faced with those choices, those two characters start making increasingly different decisions. The fulcrum point, or the point of no return, or the decision that locks in which side of the mirror they're going to end up on, will probably happen for both characters right around the story's midpoint. At that point, they're locked in, and they have reached a part of the story where their differences are probably no longer reconcilable, as in they've pushed past the point where they can reach middle ground with one another, even though in so many ways they're both still so fundamentally similar. I hope that answers your question, and if you found this video helpful, remember that I'm in the process of reposting all of my TikTok archives in a much more easily searchable and categorizable format over on Patreon for free. See you there!